Former U.S. Ambassador to NATO, Kurt Volker, joins me now. Mr. Ambassador, does Zelensky lose without American arms and support?
He doesn't lose, but the whole war changes character. Ukraine goes into a guerrilla mode, kind of like we saw in occupied France in World War II, that they are not going to accept that Russia takes over their country, but it is going to be much, much harder. And what I think our assistance will do, and I do believe the Congress will approve it, there's a majority of both parties that support it. But once that's approved, what we are doing is helping Ukraine fend off the Russian attacks and survive, while others increase their defense industrial base. The Europeans are doing that. We are doing that. Ukraine is doing that itself, so that there's going to be a much greater supply of weapons available for purchase.
Are the two sides maneuvering around a possible peace talks or a ceasefire?
Well, I think we all saw Vladimir Putin's interview that he did recently with Tucker Carlson. Putin is clearly not in any mind to negotiate about anything serious. He talks about reestablishing the Russian Empire, claiming that all of Ukraine is Russian lands, falsely claiming that Russia was founded in Kyiv. This is the kind of rhetoric that you get from someone who fundamentally does not believe that Russia has any borders, that he has a right to take over territory wherever he wants, that the people that neighbor Russia don't exist as legitimate, independent people. That's not something you can negotiate with.
President Biden called Putin, quote, a crazy SOB during a private fundraiser in California. This was yesterday. A crazy SOB. The Kremlin fired back, saying, quote, it is clear that Mr. Biden is demonstrating Hollywood cowboy-style behavior to serve domestic political interests. Okay, Mr. Ambassador, Putin has already said he prefers Biden over Trump. What is the domestic politics of the American president name-calling the Russian leader?
Yeah, what we need to do is put in place the tough actions. I would be far more interested to see the administration approve the ATACMS, the long-range artillery systems, to get to Ukraine, or to get to eastern Ukraine, rather than calling names. I'd rather see us go to our Arizona desert and take the A-10 aircraft that are sitting there already decommissioned and find a way to provide them to Ukraine. There are things that we could do to actually show Putin that we are determined and serious, rather than the name calling.
Mr. Ambassador, tomorrow marks the 2-year anniversary of the initial invasion. How long is this thing going to go on for? It's not going to be over soon, is it?
It's not going to be over soon. The Russians had time to dig in. You know, a year ago, when Ukraine was planning its counteroffensive, we had the opportunity then, before the Russians dug in with these massive defenses, to give Ukraine more of the equipment that it needed. We didn't do that. We were slow. We have rolled it out slowly. Russia has dug in. It's going to be a lot tougher to dislodge them. But we still need to help the Ukrainians disrupt the logistical support for the deployed Russian forces in the field, to hold the Russians where they are, and get time back on Ukraine's side, because they are building a strong, vibrant economy and democracy, but they need time.
Got it. Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it always. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Stuart.